Yeah, man.
I'm sorry about not putting it out for you.
That's, I don't know.
Safe.
I called Commissioner Monday, yesterday. I had gone to church on Sunday and I just beheld a terrible situation. Somebody had just dumped a whole, not just bag trash, a whole truckload of trash on the side of the road, on County Road 42. So I called him, and I got out and made pictures, and I was gonna run through, try to find a name, because I thought that was so important. But it had already rained on it, and I didn't want to be digging through the trash with sticks, so I didn't get it. But I just wanted to address the county commission about the problem of litter, which I think we're all aware of. And do I need to go in as much detail as I wanted to at the meeting? Do I do that now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I'm on my soapbox today. And litter is, I know everybody agrees that litter is a terrible problem in our county. And it seems like every stop sign, that's where people, they stop and they throw their lunch boxes out, or they throw their beer cans, or whatever. So I just wanted to see what in the world could we as a community, how do we start addressing? Where do we start? You know, it seems like you can't just say, please don't throw your trash out. That doesn't work. I went to AG yesterday for my lunch, and when I got in my car, there was a hamper in the parking lot. And I just think, what kind of people are these that will just throw their trash out anywhere they can reach? And it made me think about the fact that I have grandchildren that go to the private school, and the public schools have made such an impression. They had such a good season last year, the football season. Everybody was so proud of that, and our county, our town, everybody was proud of that. You know, I am so embarrassed when people from out of town come into our little town and see this trash. I'm embarrassed for our children. I'm embarrassed for us as adults. It is just not a step that we need to put out there. And it needs to be addressed at some level. I know we need community involvement, but we need to start effort. I'm not a good leader, but I'm a good follower. So I just don't know. I want recommendations from the county commission. And another thing I wanted to say, and I think I threw this out to John, because he volunteered yesterday. He said, I will get somebody on it, I'll get that stuff out. And I said to John, if you can't get it up today, call me, and some of me and my old friends who are 70 years old, we will go and pick that trash up. I have to find somebody with a truck. But I'm willing to do that, but I'm not willing to go and pick up everybody's trash. Now, we need to do some coordinating about this and address the issue. And I also said to John, in my branding in that trash, there were toys in the trash. And I thought, okay, this appears to me, it's a family. Somebody in a family unit has driven onto this road and just dumped their whole trash. And to me, that doesn't say much for the parents. If those children are involved in that situation, they do not need to see their parents stop on the side of the road and dump their trash. That is a terrible example, and they're not setting a good example. So I don't know, I know it needs to be maybe something started in the school, because I think if the children are made, and they are aware of it, but they think it's okay for you to roll your window down. We don't roll the windows down anymore, but you know, let your window down and throw your beer can out, or you throw your Coke drop can out, or whatever. That is an accepted responsibility, and that is safe, telling those children a wrong motive So I think it needs to be addressed in the school, because I think innocent children would then say, Mom and Dad, you shouldn't throw that out the window. So I think they would, we might see a difference if the children were made more aware of litter. It's not only children, but it needs to start with the adults, but obviously that's not gonna happen. So that's my soapbox today.
Commissioner Galvin.
Yeah, I just would like to thank Ms. Linda Montgomery for coming back. She shared pretty much what she just shared with all of us, with me over the phone. And I said, it'd be good for the entire community to know the situation. So I don't know what we can do, but we can start addressing this problem at some level, because she asked me and what to do about it. And Jason, I was contacted. He was going to look through and see what he could find. And I don't know if he cleaned it up yet or not, but Jason's here, but I think we're going to get out and get that trash up. And I went by and looked at it after we called it.
Did you?
I went by and looked at it after.
I've got pictures and didn't bring the camera.
But that's okay. It's just like you described it all along.
It is more than just a bag of trash. It's a dump truck full of trash.
Jason was gonna try.
I have some pictures to show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a dump site.
But I think, Commissioners, that what we just heard is something that I think the whole community should be involved in. And I don't know how we get at it, with our schools, education, or what, get back to, some, hey, this is our community. Let's be proud of some of what she said. So that's good food for thought.
Well, I have a question to the commission. Okay, if y'all have trucks out on these roads, and I know it's a horrible, problem, but on the road that I travel to my church, on County Road 42, sometimes there are bags of trash, black bags, somebody just dumps the trash. Do you have employees that ride these roads every day, every week, how often? And do you have a truck that they could, when they see a bag of trash, it should be their responsibility. Now, it's not all of our responsibilities to pick this stuff up, but if it's been dumped on us, we got to do something.
If it's on the county road, it's the county employees.
You
without
need
doubt.
to
So,
reiterate that they need to get those bags of trash. And I don't know, that I'm sure they don't want to do this.
Ms. Montgomery.
Okay, I'm on the soapbox.
Commissioner, I heard you say Jason had one man picking up paper. And Jason said you can't get enough inmates from our local prisons. You've had Red Eagle come from Montgomery, so we can get as many inmates as we want. And we began addressing that issue. We keep kicking the can down the road. I'm not trying to throw us under the bus, but I also went and talked to the highway department, the state. And the state told me that Montgomery don't give them enough money to have people to clean up our county, but they'll pick up paper on the interstate going up 85. I'm saying, but we want Bullock County clean to on our state roads, where's that county? So,
Well, do you have, job descriptions for each one of your employees? Do you have a job description that says?
that's what Jason.
Yes, we do. I mean, when we've got people who I pick up a lot of paper myself. I pick up a lot of paper myself out there where our office is, and our office is probably the cleanest. You ride down 82, it's probably the cleanest that you will see. And we try to cut the grass out there, we pick it up before we cut the grass. And we got to come in here, we cut it regularly. But we can't ride around, we got other stuff to do too. Now, if we see bags and stuff like that, we'll usually try to get those up. But as far as having someone dedicated to just litter, no, we don't usually have that. We have someone who is kind of, on that and kind of does that sometimes, yes. A big problem you run into is enforcement. We need some enforcement. I went and looked at it yesterday. I know whose trash it is. I'll talk to you, Commissioner McGowan, afterwards, but I don't want to go out there and pick it up if I see whose name is on it, and I feel pretty confident that the enforcement side, I'm not the enforcement, they can go out there and find who that person is and make them do it. And I mean, because me just picking it up, our department picking it up, doesn't really solve the problem,
So was it picked up or was it not?
It has not been picked up, no.
It has not been
yet.
picked up.
I looked at it
Okay, I'm
yesterday.
trying to get some of my old ladies,
Well,
they're
no.
75 years old.
Well, that
to
was
get
that
out
was just
there
my
and pick it
point.
up.
that was just my point, is that yesterday I found whose it is. I believe I'm going to speak with Commissioner McGowan after the meeting to try to get them, the sheriff, to get them to pick it up. We have done that in the past, is if we can find somebody's name in it, we will typically talk to the sheriff department. They will try to go out there, get that same person out there to do it themselves.
But
Well,
James,
it's right, I mean, I'm not enforcement, I can't,
well, we ain't talking
but
about,
I would rather them pick it up than us pick it up.
Commissioner Larkin, his kids, a lot of times he do, at certain points of the year, he go out and have volunteers as a kid do community service, so kudos to that, but, you know, we talking about day-to-day trash, and I know that was one incident and stuff like that, but,
We have a few that I was gonna talk about when I get up.
okay. But, Mr. Martin, you had a comment?
Yeah, and hearing her concern, thought came to my mind, pretty much what you alluding to then. You know, community involvement is way greater than legislation. You know, we enable our young people because we give them that money. Instead of the grandkids being able to get $50, go out and pick this trash up and only give you $50. You see Habitat community efforts in other cities and other counties where they get people involved that do go out, and it's not just on our legislators, but it's on the community to do so much, because legislation, they do their part, the community has to do their part. I was thinking about the churches and the churches involved. You got a lot of young people that go to these different churches. And if the churches was united under a united front toward having the community be done, then we not only do that in church time, we do it in the community as well. So we get the young people that's in the church and we say to the young people, hey, would you be willing to be a part of a group of young people who will go around helping to keep our community clean? And so from the legislation part, if you increase those fines to the people that get caught, that dump the trash, then that may start with some legislation. But from a community outreach, for me, I don't see young people doing what I was doing as a young kid, do what my granddad and grandmama taught me. And I think what we do is enable them that you at 75, you saying you in your age group of people are the ones that going to get. Instead of telling grandbaby, get off that video game, get off of it telephone. Let's go pick this paper up.
Well, we do have a state, organization, pounds, and we participated in that years ago, but I don't think it, Ron Smith and I will do get that, and the kids did help with the thing we found. We'd get up, we'd go out and pick up on particularly Hicks Industrial Park Road, and we would get through picking up, and we'd go back and
If we right back down.
trash
We'll
out.
have some people do that up on County Road 37, just be a volunteer to keep their little area clean, but Commissioner Bullock wants to chime in.
Yes, we did participate with our pals this year. I did do a press release, and the state did send letters out to every organization that has an Adopt a Mile sign. But to my knowledge, only one organization picked up in that mile, and that was Bethel Lodge 123 in Fitzpatrick. So we're trying on that level to get the community involved, but it's no,
It's hard.
it's hard. Yes, ma'am.
I can speak on Mr. Simpson's part.
Yes.
He had a lot going on, and now he's deceased now, but he usually pick up every year, and he was diligent picking it up because he adopted a mile. But Miss Montgomery, I can tell you this, that trash that you see out there, at first we're gonna let the law enforcement get their information out of it, and once they get their information out of it that they need, that our guys gonna go out there, if they got to use every piece of equipment that we got to get it up.
Right.
Yes. And the thing with it is, any trash you see side the road, like bags and stuff, if you report it to us, our guys are trying to get it up. And we're gonna do what we can to try to keep this county clean. And you got a dedicated group of guys here that speaks up about trash being thrown side the road.
Well, I think,
Yes, ma'am.
you know, I go through other small
But
towns.
we know the issue now, but be no disrespect. And like I said, Commissioner, you do a good job with your kids every so often, but, we're gonna move on to something else right now. But we're gonna address the issue, Ms. Montgomery.
Thank
Yes, ma'am. All right, Mr. Barker, I asked Mr. Martin to come down to a meeting, gentlemen, and, we got some bees in our courthouse. And I'm looking at safety issues because they're getting in the windows, and we don't want that getting in the windows and probably staying somebody can go eat. Plus, when the guys cutting the grass, where they are, they can at risk of getting started, stuff like that. We brought this up last year, and then nothing happened, but we're gonna have to do something. And we talked to a guy this morning, and it might be some, might have to tear part of the wall off to get these bees out of the wall right that window from the courthouse. That's why I asked Mr. Norton to come, because of historical purposes. And do you want us to address getting this company to come in? I called Mr. Barnett, Joe
Well,
Barnett,
that's what I'm gonna ask you that you
and he don't respond. So he probably busy with the food thing. Like gentlemen, we got to address this issue.
Is Mark a beekeeper?
Yeah, we got several beekeepers here in Bullock
Yeah,
County.
some type of beekeeper.
Yeah, but you know, did you reach out to someone last year?
Well, Miss used to own the bakery.
Well, they not here now.
She's not here anymore.
Well, they still work. Still out. Johnny, you know?
She's still, as far as I know, she still lives in Linden Springs, yeah.
But the
She's just not
situation
back there.
is, they inside that wall,
Inside
right,
the
the
wall.
window, so to get in there, there's gonna be some gonna have to be taken apart. And,
Well, sometime when it get like that, I mean, it seemed cruel, but a lot of times when it get like that, you just got to poison them out of there. When they get in the walls and you don't want to tear your structure up, you just got to, that's the only way you can get rid of them. You can try to back them, what you can back them out of there, and then just. Well, just say, I mean, that's why I said some of the local beekeepers probably can do it, and just, you know, they just set a price, and that way the money be going back in the community instead of going to somewhere else. If we can get some of the local beekeepers to set us a price on what they'll do to try to get rid of
about
them.
the local people? Who are the local people?
We got several local beekeepers around here.
Go ahead. I'm gonna get you.
You're right, there's several solutions. And eliminating the bees might be one of them. And if you do have to go into the wall, as long as you have a qualified person that knows how to do the restoration work, there's no problem with removing part of the wall. That can be done. Now, the gentleman that did the bats, Chris, that wildlife
We
person,
talked to him this morning.
you might want to contact him. He may be able to come and eradicate them without touching the wall.
But we talked to them this morning,
You told him this,
right?
Chris?
And they was talking about they might have to pull that, put up that is around that wall to get in there where the core of where the bees are at. And I guess a nest or something and stuff. But you know, we got
He
people.
is the one that I would highly recommend to do it, because he did the Presbyterian church years ago. We have not had an issue since then. He knows what he's doing, and he's very professional, guarantees his work. So whatever decision you make, are bees getting inside to the ladies?
I don't know. I missed my first hearing it. I don't even know what type of bees are
It
they.
will eventually do damage to the building.
Is they honeybees
They're
or
around.
yellow jackets?
They're around that window and they up in there, and you know we have leaking from the rain sometimes. So you know small things like that find a way to crack
Is it on that side?
on that side. Of
It's
there.
on the top of the tower, isn't it?
No, it's over there.
Is it
Over
lower?
by Miss Reed's off in the very
Yeah.
front of there. And see if they cutting grass, they gonna get stoned.
That's what it was last time.
Did you ask Chris to come and?
When we talked to them, they waited, we wanted to talk to the board to see what they want to do and stuff here. Mr. Gallagher, did you have a?
Yes, sir, I just have a question about what type of bees, because I do have some experience with honeybees, not the volunteers.
How, do they just be?
But, yeah, they are honeybees, they will build, you know, their honeycombs behind the wall.
Yeah.
And so it's not a bee problem that you have, but you will have honey back there as well too.
Right.
Which does attract other rodents and stuff like that too, so just something.
Okay. Historic Society, you've got the article that I found recently that Attorney Waters' mother did. I thought it was an excellent recap of history. So that's just general information for you to have, because I don't think, as I said, I don't think any of you were here 30 years ago. As a commissioner.
I was here 30 years.
And one of the red, white, and blue tie, I did ask the chairman permission, the flag that you sold, to fly it on the flagpole in July to celebrate the 250th anniversary. And I am hoping that the county commission will approve or will make sure that there's some kind of bunting or some kind of decoration on front of the courthouse for July to celebrate our 250th anniversary. The essay contest that we had, two top winners, Diamond Milbury. I've asked the librarian, Deborah Milan, to pick up on that, where she suggests recording the history of our elders to see if the library would take that project on. We are cooperating with the Historic Society and the Chamber of Commerce. We've got a front porch decorating contest. And through a generous donation from someone that's helped us with the essay contest, which I'll announce later, there will be a $250 prize, $175 and $75 for third for you if you decorate your business or your home. And the Tourism Council has set up frontporchusa@gmail.com. You gotta be registered in order to participate, to be judged. And it will be judged on July the 3rd. So that's another thing that we're trying to do to promote the 250th anniversary. And I would love for the courthouse to be decorated, because I'm giving the flag for that.
That $25 grant that the county receives, we come to pay.
Pardon?
That $2,500 grant that we applied for, we partnered with the city since they had already started planning some stuff, so
That's for the fireworks.
but I don't know what they
It's a
gonna
little bit more than fireworks, please.
Right.
do, you know.
But that's wonderful, but I'm asking for the courthouse to have
Well-
some kind of, don't we have any more money?
We allocated all that, so we was hoping that they,
Well, maybe you guys can make a personal donation and
You
get
know.
something done.
so we
It'd
allocated
be a
that.
shame to have this 4th of July, you won't be alive for the 50th one,
Well,
the 300th one, to do something to decorate the courthouse. Everybody else is gonna have something, the city's gonna have something.
well,
There are flags everywhere.
myself, I talked to you, I talked to tourism, and I also went to the city and talked to the city. Everybody doing separate things, to me, it's just my opinion. All of us should have one big celebration together. To me, it's too much division.
Well,
But they're different things, Sharon, I'm sorry.
You know,
to
and
interrupt,
maybe I'm
it's like
wrong.
different
she's
things.
doing a
So
wonderful job for the
the-
city.
The tourism are doing things where you go out into the community and take pictures. The Historic Society is doing something different, so it's not like they're doing, like being divided, it's just that they're different events, different things that they're putting their money
Different days.
towards.
That everybody
So,
can
Cause
participate.
the city can combine with the county, theirs is actually on the 4th of July, where they'll have, things for the kids, things for the adults. But then like the tourism and council, the Historic Society, they're doing, like, they did the essay contest, and then like I say, tourism is doing more so of social media, where you take pictures at different places in the city. So it's not divided like that, it's just that they're different things.
All aiming for the same thing, to celebrate the 250th anniversary. That's what we're at. They're
Chairman,
going to
yes, sir.
barbecues.
Yes, sir.
I don't know.
And Barbara, to what you just said, time is short, commissioners. We need a banner or something. This historic courthouse should be reflective of this 250th anniversary, in my opinion, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whatever we can do in a short period of time. We don't have a lot of time. If we're gonna do something, we need to start now and try to do something. But I think Bullock County Courthouse, historic courthouse, should reflect the 250th anniversary of this country. I feel that way strongly.
But that's it. I have ordered bows for the Presbyterian Church. We're gonna have red, white, blue bows on it. And if y'all happen to read the newspaper, you saw our minister dressed up as a colonial Presbyterian minister. And the Presbyterian ministers volunteered in the volunteer militia in 1776. But if you get the newspaper, you'll see our minister. Even the churches are doing it. I think my 3 minutes are up. Thank you. And Amazon has wonderful supplies, and you can get them in by the end of the week. Have them for next week.
Yes, ma'am. Did you do a flag, the flag you talking about is,
I didn't bring my hearing aid, so I have to get closer.
you mentioned to me about a flag that was designed, this what you talking about, ain't it, Val?
No, on the flagpole.
Oh, okay.
Ricky said there was an additional 2 things
Okay,
that it was 250, beautiful flag that they sold.
okay.
Yes.
Well, the thing with us about that now, us guys ain't got no decorative skills. I'm just gonna tell you just like it is, let's take a woman with them kind of ideas to decorate.
Those flags are everywhere.
We just got to, I mean, is anywhere we got funds to do that or?
The bunting, you know, like the red,
I don't know where we get the funds
it's
to
a
do
long
that.
thing,
Can
but
you order?
it looks like a flag.
Can you order that?
It can be ordered.
Can you order that?
Yeah.
I can order it. Who's going,
Order.
okay?
And it's okay for her to order, we pay for it out of our budget.
You tell us, you know, kind of tell us what you're gonna order, and we might just donate enough that it shouldn't be that.
Patrick,
Well, we could,
would
we get money, or we get
would
money
that
from
be
the
something
development
you need Patrick to
If we
do?
can,
You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and order, we'll figure out how to pay for it.
Gentlemen, I've got some, I will donate, or I've got some bunting that I can donate. They're 6 foot across, 3 foot in depth, basically, you know, American flag, their white blue stuff. So I did order some stuff the other day, and it's supposed to be here 2 days. I will decorate my fence line and the house. So I will have extra up, and I'll be willing to donate some of that.
We'll do that.
Courthouse.
Okay. We got a donation, and I've got some little flags that we'll stick in the flower bed.
that's great. And we're looking for you to do the decoration, no matter how it turn out, I'm gonna be happy with it.
Gentlemen, I'm over my 3 minutes, but your mother, when your father was the county commission chairman, kept this courthouse cleaner than my house. She kept flowers out front. She maintained it. Gentlemen, I am having a fit trying to get this courthouse clean. I'll be glad to give any of y'all a tour. I know I can't instruct employees, but this courthouse is nasty. That's my personal opinion, because I clean my own office. Good day, gentlemen.
About some of this stuff in the courthouse, I was gonna talk to the sheriff, we got a lot of junk that we need to dispose of in the way, like that big old, what's called that thing, when churches do it, just up there, they're not using it. And there's some stuff downstairs here in some room. I talked to the young lady about cleaning it up, but we got to talk to the sheriff, because we dispose of a lot of that stuff. So I was gonna talk to the sheriff about if we could get rid of some of that stuff, and if he give us approval, and I was gonna talk to Jason about them coordinating the truck with the trailer, the house, and the stuff off. If we got permissions.
I'll just say, Chairman, I think the commission body needs to just give you the, you know, you got the authority to do whatever you need for us, getting this courthouse clean or whatever. And then with the bees, the same way. I think the county commissioner body need to give you the authority to do what you need to get them bees out of this courthouse.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I want to bring it to y'all attention,
Yeah.
but like I
Yeah, just
said,
do what you need to
if we go with the
Yeah.
pro road, that's gonna cost a lot of money, and, you know, I want y'all transparency and get y'all opinion and stuff like that. And I also had Ricky to look to get someone to wax the floor coming into the courthouse up there.
Yeah.
And he got one quote, but he wanted to do a whole lot that we didn't need doing. And he's,
The older gentleman, when I first came on county commissioner, I can't think of his name, he used to wax that floor every year. And he do
Robert
Walker. Yeah, Mr. Robert. Yeah, Mr. Robert.
well, I checked, he still do that.
Yeah, just check with him and just see.
We need to strip that floor coming into the courthouse, re-wax that, and then there with the probate judge, where the citizens go in there, that need redoing too. So I told him, found one guy, but he wanted to do some stuff that we didn't need.
I got you.
And so, but we'll try to get to
Mr. Robert, let's see.
any of y'all have his contact?
I don't have.
I know where he stays, so I went out
Yeah,
there.
just run out there and talk to him and just see what he'll tell you, you know, for his doing the floors down here and doing the floors up there as well.
Okay.
It's try to, bring the whole courthouse floors back up to where they need to be at.
You want the whole thing done?
That'll be fine with me because it needed, it needs bleaching and everything.
Hey, I knew that needed re-waxing on that floor right there coming into the courthouse, going into the probate judge. I also mean the probate judge talked about some new carpet in his office too, so.
Yeah.
So, fine plenty though.
I mean, if it takes to get it up to the standard where it need to be, if the mildew or mold in there or something like that, we definitely need to go on and do it for this, for our employees.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
on that subject, Myrick, what was his name, you all inspected the courthouse, did he come up with a recommendation yet?
We hadn't heard back from you, heard back from him?
No.
I ain't got anything from him.
I had reached out to him,
But what did you all look at that day?
We
You know,
looked at
might-
everything.
Yeah. So,
We went all up and down. We just ain't got back.
okay. Look at his recommendations, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, follow up with him and see.
Okay. All right. Got your garbage truck.
Good morning.
Morning.
Miss Montgomery brought up what I was going to initially talk to you guys about. I didn't print enough for everybody just for the sake of saving ink. But the first picture is Woodford Road. One of the guys on the service, he called me about it because it, looks a mess for him passing by. The person who lives at that house, they work on the service, and she stopped paying. And I've sent her a certified letter. I've, told her what her balance is, but for whatever reason, she stopped paying. I'm not sure if she's even still there. The person who called me, he did inform me that he contacted enforcement. And like Jason said, the biggest thing is no one enforces. So I know that I do a lot, and I'm not complaining because as the department head of solid waste, I want everything to go and run smoothly. So a lot of times I go out, I check to see people are on or not on the service in different districts. I check for trash being on the road in certain areas, but I can't be out there every day because I have to do stuff at the office as well. Previously, I know that they did have someone, I know it's probably way back when Mr. Buckaloo used to go out and enforce or check for things like that.
St. Thomas.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, St. Thomas, thank you, Chairman. We'll go out and ride, but it kind of goes back to one of the things that I was asking you all about solid waste getting another thing out there on the industrial road to possibly help. I know everyone should be participating in the solid waste service, but if we don't have anyone who's gonna ride and check, then we can't really be enforced like that. So that's another thing to look at. If we could possibly get one of those dumpsters and just do like I asked before, but we will open up on a Saturday. People who are not on the service pay the $30 to dump. People who are on the service who have like the white goods or things that Jason and his crew may not be able to pick up, they can bring it themselves and dump. Yeah, it looks bad.
To me, they just gonna jump anyway.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are gonna
Yeah.
dump anyway.
Yeah.
Some people, I'm glad Jason has a name for whatever he looked through, because the one picture that I have, it looks like it's a person from Louisiana. And so when we're talking, and one of the citizens sent me a text, and he and I were talking, and it's like, well, is it actually someone who lives here, or is it someone who's just passing through? But previously, around County Road 42 or 49, there was someone who was dumping. And one of the citizens called because it was right in his yard. He did get the name. I sent that person a certified letter letting them know. They paid what was due, and then they got on the service. So some people, I guess, if you send the letters and let them know that, hey, we're trying to do this, they will participate. The other people just gonna do what they do, and that's just true.
Attorney Waters.
Lord.
When they get a name and they come to you and you file charge, what they need to do is file legal charges to the court, especially this person. Louisiana,
The person on
Nobody
Woodford
ever
Road, I
brought
have
me
their
anything.
name.
so we're done.
And nobody's ever bought me.
I'm asking now if they
I think
like
that
her brought
she
up the name and the address from Louisiana.
But yeah, that wasn't good, like.
Those who did file an action in the district court of under the Solid Waste Act, provision in there of enforcement. And the judge hears the evidence and then he'd issue a fine of some kind on the person. Most of them, what you're gonna run into is gonna come in and say, somebody stole my garbage, I didn't throw it out there. Now, I'm not saying they're right, but that's what they're gonna say. I didn't do it, somebody else picked up my garbage and threw it outside the road. Now, I guess it's up to Judge Rutland what he believes at that point in time, but that's what St. Thomas tried to do this many times, and one of our commissioners didn't want to do it. Wasn't anybody that's on here now.
Well, it's a different board now.
I'm just saying,
Maybe they were one.
and it was, nobody ever wanted to enforce it by taking someone to, because S.T. Thomas brought many bags of garbage up here, had different people's names in them, trying to get the commission to allow enforcement and move forward, and it never got a lot of traction.
That might have been Bullock.
But if we have enforcement and enforce under state law, there's a $500 fee, a fine for dumping trash. So if we have the enforcer who has the right to enforce, it may not even have to go to court if he finds that they are illegally dumping trash and they just pay the $500.
Russ get a letter from the judge. He gonna answer. He gonna answer. They didn't want to lose a vote, because that back probably. Commissioner, you had another comment.
Well, yeah, Ms. Cooper, out of your survey and going around the county, how many people would you estimate are not on our service in Bullock County? How many people would you estimate that's not on our service?
I know, I'm sorry. I'll say maybe 50. And then looking at the thing that we did receive from, I'm sorry, this was one more picture I got. Looking at the complete roster that I did get from Amways when we switched over to trash flow, some people have moved. I've gone out to those addresses. Some people have moved.
Yeah.
Some people have the big bins from GFL, so they have their other ways of doing service. Some of the houses, people come, during different periods of the year, but those people do participate when they are here. So they may, be here for the summer months or be here during hunting season, but they participate, and once they are done, they do call, let me know, like, hey, this is spending service, when I come back. And so we go pick the cans up, and then once they come back, we take them back out. So I'll say maybe 50 that are not.
The reason I asked that question, back to Bullock County Solid Waste again, just like the city does, they've been reluctant to try to put this bill on our water bill. But if they would place this bill on our water bill, every household in Bullock County would have a trash can, and so therefore they would have some place to place trash. Now, if we could, I'm going to go back and visit them again, where they add everything else. If they would bill this garbage just like the city does, every city, county water meter, where there's a house, a residence, clear that out, everybody would have a trash can.
But
So they would have somewhere to throw it. They still might throw it out.
It wouldn't be effective because even though some people live in the county, some people do still receive Alabama Power. So everyone that's in the county are not on DC Electric.
Well, whatever our problem, we can sort it out. Who's on it,
Yeah,
who's
that's what
not.
I'm just saying, but it's like outside, it's, still, they get billed through Dixie, who are outside of the county, most of them. But if they on Alabama Power, then it's.
Alabama Power do cover some of the county roads.
Right.
But that being understood, just like the city, everybody that was on the city is not in there. They got a separate, they pay their bill directly to the city clerk, and they don't.
So they get a separate.
But everybody that's on the city water system, everybody not on the city water system that live in the police jurisdiction and they have cans, but they pay directly to the city clerk. They got on the spring utility rule. It could be ironed out. I want everybody.
No, that's it for that as far as, I'm sorry. Commissioner McGowan, just to end it, I don't think that would, I get what you're saying, but if you just have someone who enforces, it would make a difference. This paper I just gave you guys is from J.M. Wood. This is it's not he doesn't call it a buyback, but it's the surplus of what you would get, and this is for the 2 trucks that we currently have. The Freightliner, you're looking at getting in the budget range between $55,000 to $65,000, and the International, you're looking at getting a purchase back of between $25,000 and $35,000. So you can see there's not much, considering that one of the trucks was $200,000 and one was $180,000. The cheapest quote that I have received is from Ingram Equipment Company, and that was $271,600, and that's for a Freightliner, kind of like the one that we already have. From Truckworth, Kenworth, they want to get a side loader, so it's just a 1-man truck. That truck is $410,000, and the other truck, Kenworth, the rear loader, is $334,000. I did reach out to ADM looking at getting a grant, but their grant season, it doesn't start until September. So I guess we can wait on that.
That would be a good thing, apply for a grant to get a truck. That'll be a 3rd truck, 'cause we need a 3rd truck anyway.
Or we can keep one of the ones that we have
Yeah.
now and try to get 2, but if you look at it, the price,
Price, yeah,
the
that's what I mean.
surplus of what we would get is not much.
Uh,
And then it may go down because we're still riding them every day.
and if you, just that we're fortunate enough to get a grant, if we can get one this year, we'll have 3 trucks. You may apply the following year and upgrade, then you can probably change the problem. Play it by ear. Just play it by ear, but look into that grant. That'll be a big help to us. I appreciate you doing your research on it.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, look, did we reach out to Jeff Bodiford, who we got those trucks from before, the 2 trucks, and let him inspect the trucks and give us an offer on those trucks?
You jumped the gun and went with Mr. Kurt from J.M. Wood, so I did not reach out to Jeff, but
I asked Jeff to reach out to you.
Ingram Equipment Company is who you purchased the trucks from before, and I talked to Mr. Eric Varder. I have not heard from Mr. Jeff Bodiford. I don't know who he is. I've always talked to Mr. Eric.
Well, I asked Jeff to reach out to the office in the Patrick, didn't Jeff reach out to you? He wanted to inspect those trucks and give us an offer on those trucks as well, because when we purchased those trucks, we were talking about getting rid of them within a 3-year frame time, so we never have maintenance, never have to send them to the shop. And that was the idea that we brought from this commission body, to not have these trucks on us, because when they go to the shop, it costs much as a truck with the cost of all the technology in these trucks and stuff now. So we don't want to keep any trucks.
They have a lease.
We want to keep new trucks.
Do they have a lease?
They do.
They offer a lease.
Jeff Bodiford had that, and that's what we talked about before, and we dropped the ball and didn't engage and stay up with him. He came out and took a look at the trucks, and he wanted to inspect them and get in touch with the office so he could inspect them and take a look and give us a price. And he recommended
He
check
should
with
have
J.M.
contacted
Wood.
him,
He should
but
have
if he contacted you, then that's on you and
I say
him,
he
but I have not
should
heard
He
from a
should have
Jeff Bodiford.
contacted her.
I don't even know who that is.
He probably,
She
he contacted
know
our
that.
partner.
Even when we initially started, I never heard from a Jeff Bodiford. It was always Mr. Eric Varder with Ingram Equipment Company, so I don't know who that is.
That's where the truck originally come.
But yes, sir.
They should contact you, the department head of that area. So, but anyway, look into
I
the
was
grant.
just bringing it to you
Look
guys
into
to
the
show you,
grant,
if Mr. Jeff comes, then I'm sure that they're all in kind of the same business, so I don't think that you're gonna get more than what's offered right here for your truck.
Well, he recommended go to J.M. Wood to compare the prices and see what they would do when he looked at the trucks. It was his recommendation. Check with them, trying to get the best value for what you could do. It was his recommendation to go check with J.M. Wood, see what they offer, see what we can offer, and then you all take the best opportunity from that, And they have the bodies for these trucks that go on them. You just getting the truck, you gotta have
It's a chassis, yes,
the
sir.
chassis,
They already have that.
not the chassis, but
included in
the dump, all that on the truck. And that's what Jeff Bodiford
Thank you.
does.
Patrick, on this, on this.
Oh, Lupin opioid settlement contract agreement. I was just bringing that for informational purposes. You already had approved anyway that I guess. I mean that we're involved with any settlement that comes through here. And this is the latest one from Lupin. However, I was trying to pull the actual agreement down, and the link got a bad link. And I got back with the attorneys, Hill and Peters, to go ahead and scan me a copy of the contract, the agreement, so we can receive those funding. So I'm just waiting on them to send that to me. I'm just letting y'all know as far as informational purposes, because y'all did approve that years ago up under the Lynn Jinks. So we're just waiting on that contract to come in. I mean, we usually get one about every once or two a year usually with this opioid agreement. Like I said, we're still building up a nest egg because we haven't used any of those funds, so they're still sitting in our accounts here in a restricted fund. But I was just bringing that to y'all's attention, let you know that we do have another settlement agreement on the table.
Question, gentlemen?
Okay.
Thank you. We went through the executive session last.
Get into the meeting and then approve it.
And then, yeah, with Attorney Waters, I did that. You and I talked yesterday. That's why I put it on the executive session. You know, we talked yesterday evening regarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this,
Or do we
at
have
the
to?
last meeting,
Okay.
it was brought up about the lease at the poultry plant over here, with Wayne Sanders. And they had provided notice to us of their intent under the lease agreements to exercise the purchase option in there. And that was what the executive session was that Patrick and I discussed, and because it may involve some legal issue or contractual issue, why he put it on there as a executive session item.
Question?
Do we need to go into executive session today and reference that? Cause
Well, I mean,
Just wait till we go again.
well, it was discussed at the last meeting. The answer would be no, we don't have to discuss it today. But because it was discussed at the last meeting, I called him and basically in our conversation, I said, well, we got a meeting tomorrow. It was brought up at the last meeting. Do you want to put it on the agenda? You don't have to put it on the agenda. It's the choice of the commission whether they want to do that. I know each of you were given a copy, or I gave my copy to Patrick. He was going to copy it. See that everybody got a copy to look at. But again, no, I don't know if it's out there to be put on the agenda if you so choose. If not, then you don't have to put it on there.
my thing is, I think further discussion needs to be made on that lease agreement.
What now?
I said, I think we need to do further discussion on that lease agreement. Because they gave us a time frame on it when it has to be executed.
They had 10 days to,
August 27th.
and they put a date of August 27th. That would be that would be the day, it would be 90 days from their notice.
I think we need to go into executive
But I
session.
think we need to go into executive session. Because I want to hear, I read it, I couldn't quite understand it, I want to get some more opinions
What
about
we'll
it.
do is just go into executive session and discuss it again.
Right.
And whatever findings you don't find, attorney, you just bring forward to us in executive
I want
session.
to get some recommendations on it, yeah.
So we put it on the agenda for today, go into executive session.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Jason got that.
Yeah, Jason, I think he has something, I think, when I talked with him yesterday.
Yes, I'm gonna be very brief. I know that y'all are, it's very time sensitive. I am actually coming here for a request. On October the 1st, we will have a landowners tour where we're gonna encompass about 600 acres to kind of teach the forestry, landowners, farmers, agriculture community, some research, basic research that we have from our university. And the committee just met last week, which means that, and we decided that we were going to apply for a grant with RCND. However, in order for it to be applied for from all Brentwood University, it has to be at least 14 business days. So my request here, because you all are partner with us, support our programs, is that we apply for the grant through the commission, and that will support the landowners tour, and you all will be listed for us as a sponsor. So that's basically it. The grant will be for approximately $6,000. The amount that we're looking overall in the budget, which has already been written out, I can just email that information to you, is close to $11,000. We're looking to serve at least 150 to 200. So I don't know if this is the right protocol or, you
Yes.
know, okay.
You know, add that to the agenda today.
That's right.
Approve for the grant.
Get a lot of you go down the budget. Yeah. Same way Jason did. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
And
Jason?
where,
Thank you.
it'll be host where?
On the Rottens family,
On what now?
Rottens, R-O-T-T-O-N, Rotten family.
I don't know what it's.
Property, which is off of County Road 14. And we have it's, they usually support it, we just missed that 14 business day deadline. And this is nothing abnormal, you know, other counties do it where they go through the commissioner. As a matter of fact, if this is successful, I would prefer to just go through the commissioner instead of all the university anyway. Yeah, okay,
Make sure I get the motion right.
all right. Okay, it's service. Landowners tour, October 1st. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna bring one thing to you today, and I hope to be able to put that, you guys will be willing to put it on the agenda, 10 o'clock meeting. But, you know, we've got several road projects, we've got a handful of them left. One I'd like to get out to bid next is Antioch Church Road, and kind of due to it being tied up with some ARPA funds, those having to be spent. Like to get that put out to bid. I know we've got some other ones, and I'm gonna, as soon as we build up a little money right behind that, plan on putting County Road 53. You know, that initial list, I think what we have left is County Road 53, Strawberry Road, Sunflower Road, and there's a section of County Road 21 will be left. I hope to put those out quickly. But Antioch Church Road is tied up too with some of these ARPA funds that were got reallocated. I think some of that stuff came from the Midway area to finish those road projects up out there.
This is what you want on the agenda, and yeah, Church
Church
Road.
Road, yes.
Okay.
What's the plan for 2020, Jason?
So, I'm sorry.
It's the plan from 2020?
Correct. It's the same roads. You know, we've got these same few roads left from that original plan on there. I say 2020, you know, with the ATM, we had this long list of roads to do, and that was one of them. And then the other ones I mentioned, Sunflower Road, 21, 53, and Strawberry Road are also on that. We're coming up with those soon, but I'd like to get this one done because it's to get those funds spent before the end of the year, being priority number one. That tied to it. And this is the money that kind of builds up every month based on the gas tax, some of this money as well too. And the spring and summer, kind of going into the summer, is when the most gas, when those revenues are the highest. So we should be able to build that up pretty good in the coming months. And be able to get the rest of these projects out pretty quickly. You know, we'll have the county transportation plan for fiscal year 2027. That gets due in August, so I'll be bringing that to you as well too. You know, we still got County Road 45 grant that we applied for from the state, and that is, I have not heard back from Senator Tuberville's office on the appropriation we put in for that. Represented figures, we were not successful in that. We put in for that, but Senator Tuberville's office, I don't believe we've heard back from that yet, those appropriations to do those other roads. So that's kind of where we stand now. Business agreement, we're putting that in Antioch Church Road, putting that out for bid. The proposed letting date of July 15th.
just for clarity, this is what you already received a grant for?
It's money that some ARPA funds have been allocated towards it. And, but it would basically be using the county transportation funds as well, those craft funds, some of those as well too, to complete the project. So it'd be a combination of county rebuild Alabama funds, and some of those other funds as well too, to complete the project.
You have an estimated cost of what that project's probably gonna cost?
I do, I don't have it with me, but it'd be in the neighborhood of, probably 600,000.
600.
7.
I could be wrong.
Now, we did not put a grant there for any on Church Road. Years ago, we did, several years ago. And the most recent grant we put in through the state was for, County Road 45, through Aldott. Their, rebuild Alabama grant, we did put in for that. The only other grant we received recently was out there on County Road 37, 37.
That's where I'm getting confused, but I thought I read somewhere we received a grant for farm to land or something to, of that nature. We ever received anything like that?
I don't
Land or
recall,
farm?
I don't recall that. We can.
Maybe we got grant money somewhere?
I know,
Maybe I dreamed it.
Well, what are you talking about? You're talking about farm to market.
Yeah,
Farm to market, but we haven't received that funds for that.
Did we apply for that though, didn't we?
I don't know any
I don't
particular
remember.
farm to market
Yeah.
road you're talking about.
I'm talking about like, this happened like when I first came on, just recall, I thought maybe we did.
I know years ago, and that may have been when we first came on,
Yeah.
we did apply for a grant for 80 on Church Road. It was not accepted.
Okay.
I think later we got shifted on to 36 and 37, and now we're on, we applied for that same grant for County Road 45.
Okay.
But that was several years ago.
Thank you.
And like I said, we did apply for some appropriations through Representative Finger's office and Senator Tuckerville's office, as well too, with a long list of roads. Might get some help from might not.
So we're about to complete that list right there. When can we start on the next list? Because we gotta think, we got a plan. We talking about this was done basically in 2019, so 6 years ago. So we're almost at the finish line of those lists of roads. So
And I know the commission's talked about some roads, they've had some people come here and speak, and I've got some ideas. I know some roads that, as well as you guys, that need fixing, and there would be good candidates for some of that. So definitely the next couple of months.
next couple of months, June, July, we'll come up with another plan in August. We work toward it. At least we have a plan, a list, and the citizens, I know that they're on that list for that road to get paid. As we follow that list, they have some confidence in us that we are doing what we were elected to do.
Right. And that list we got together for Representative and Senator, that was a list of roads that had not been resurfaced since they were originally paved. So some of those, obviously need some repair. There are some that are busier than those that may have a higher priority just because some of those other roads don't get much traffic, but it's all worth talking about. Sure.
And just let the citizens know we are working on a list. And concerned citizen, you want your road on the list, contact us.
Chairman, with that being said, County Road 53, since I came on board, that's 8 years, it's on the list, but they still, oh man, it's coming, it's in our next round of funding, it's coming, but they want to know, when is it coming? But I understand when it's coming in the next round of funding, we talked about it, that's a long time.
And we've got some money that comes in, once a year, in October or something like that, so when that happens, we'll have a little bit more money to do some road work. Get a particular group of funding once a year. Some of it just comes in every month.
One more thing, Chairman. The fuel systems, how long we gonna wait to hear back about these fuel tanks? And yeah, that's just a question for you now. Let's get busy on that, they're running on down the line. Let's look at what we're gonna do with those fuel systems and bring some reports back by next time, if you will.
Gentlemen, I talked with Jason about this application here with O'Reilly, new car still here in the city. I talked to them, actually did they do a line of credit with government entities, and they said they do. They gave me an application. showed it to Jason because his department deal with a lot of parts. I don't know what Randy's intention over there at his place, but whether he stay in business or not, we got a new parts store in town, and I would love for you, Commissioner, to consider spreading the wealth to all three of them, support them as well, because they sell parts. His department go through a lot of parts and stuff like that, so I think we need to approve it, do the application for a line of credit, do the whatnot. So, or do y'all want him to do business with O'Reilly?
We certainly want to maintain them in our community and stuff, and be a taxpayer and citizens and employment and stuff, so we certainly want to do that.
It's
And
my,
not-
Attorney that might need to speak to.
And not trying to knock the business of the other industry, but we want to support all three industries since they're here.
well, it's,
But that's not selling parts anymore, they're out of the part business. They do mechanic work, but they out of the parts business.
So,
yeah, that's my understanding is Dykes is no longer gonna sell parts.
Right.
So, and you never know, one place might have a specific part you need, or the other one might
Yeah.
not, so I think we need to set an account.
I don't think you have to approve, I mean, just because you set up an account, I mean, you have to buy something. As long as you pay for what you buy, you're in good shape.
so do you want,
Yeah, I don't feel that.
but just actually, we want to support all three, local businesses, stuff that in here and everything, so, and giving Jason another option, or give the county another option. Besides, say we want to keep the money here, support what we got. You got a report from the library?
No, one of the librarians was here earlier, but the library's going good. We do have some maintenance issues coming up, with the rain, heat problem, that's what's coming up, trying to solve some of those issues. Other than that, we're good.
All right, y'all ready to go into our record?
Well, Chairman, I'm gonna make an appointment, I wanna make it for the record, you know what I mean? Now, so let's place it on the agenda, appointment to the Bullock County Healthcare Authority.
Yeah.
They said, so let's put that on that appointment.
Commissioner Ball, you had anything you need to add?
no, sir. I just want to ask one question. Mr. Glaze was doing the windows on the courthouse. What's the
Status of that? Yeah, I talked with Blaze, and we also, I don't know if I said last meeting or whatever, but the Historic Commission did approve it. When we submitted that application, I did tell him that, and he has a copy too, that they have gone and approved it now. He can go ahead and restore and rehabilitate as see fit. Another thing I'm glad you brought up, I also, Mr. McRae, for the old cap building, you know, we all approved him. He's gonna be, I think, starting the groundwork probably Friday, because he wants to meet with me at 10 o'clock Friday. And I think, Chairman, you the only one who have a key to old cap? Okay, so he wants to, okay, so he wants to go in and start, you know, doing work there too. So he's trying to move on there, yeah. But yeah, Glaze, yeah, he has, he can go ahead and do what he needs to do. Yeah, they're
So
approved.
the next thing on that, we just get someone to do that. The one system that we need to get done before that year, that 10,000. So we'll get someone down there for the HVAC.
Right,
We'll just get some quotes in on that.
okay.
Now, with Mr. Blaze, I know we brought this up last year back with them bees that he said he wasn't going to touch that, whatever he stole, he wasn't going to touch that, so.
Yeah.
But like I said, do y'all want me to contact those?
Yeah,
They
just,
have to
yeah,
go
we need
behind
to
that
get them
wall.
out of there. We need to get them out of there. Just you handle it. You handle it. You come back to us if you think it's way more over than that 5,000 that you already allotted to use.
Okay.
If it's over that, you come back to the commissioner with it. But if not, you take care of it.
Yeah, I'm good with that. And just one other thing now, this money that SCADC got, this couple $100,000 we gotta spend, they say it's for fire departments, we gotta spend it real quick. We're 6 months into the year. We need to compile what we wanna do to get this money spent well before December, you know, that's,
I think that has to be expended, I think Beth said sometime in August, didn't she? Did she have a cutoff on that, Marla? Do you remember? I remember last time I spoke with her.
Milos was handling it.
I think for August. But right now, she's planning a public hearing, have to go through a public hearing again, just to change over the.
But what is public, I mean, August is right around, you talking about August, you're talking about next month.
Just so up in there.
We got a couple of fire
equipment.
departments in here, you know, fire equipment look like only, you know, fire equipment, what they need, and give it these fire departments and see how we can get that money spent in a timely manner. So, Rob, we need to expedite this if it's August. Who's gonna check on
the
that?
buildings, Rob need a building, that's what we really, that money need to go towards that building.
Hey, we got a truck, they car
Have y'all applied for any grants?
we apply for the grants,
It
yes.
can only be for brand new equipment.
So with them,
That grant can only be for brand new equipment.
Right.
I was just talking about, have they applied for grants on their own? I'm not talking about.
Oh, yeah, we apply for RDC, Mid-South. Yes, others. But we are definitely needing.
But back to this, who's gonna check with them and make sure we don't get lost in this $200,000, you know?
I'm checking on it.
Crunch time now. I believe she said, need to be expended or encumbered by that.
Fire departments need to know, you know, that this money's out there, and for the equipment needs, if it only be spent on, fire equipment, something that you can purchase, you know, they all need to be notified, you know, and get their list together and let's, get it spent. Next month's the deadline, we need to have the public hearing right away.
So I can bring you all the list of items that we need. Trouble needs, hazmat suits.
I mean, they all need something.
Yes,
You bring a list.
I'll bring you a list.
That's what you can do. Thank you,
We
Mr.
need to
Crawford.
reach out to other departments to let them know that this money, what can be used for.
Okay, so.
All right.
Gentlemen, we're going to our regular meeting, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Roll call.
Bullock County Commission regular meeting Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. Chairman Ellis Jr.
Here.
Commissioner Larkins.
Present.
Commissioner Adams.
Present.
Commissioner McGowan.
Here.
Commissioner Marlowe Jr.
Here.
Attorney Waters.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Mr. Pritchard, you're a praying man. You put you on the spot, lead us in a prayer to do this.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come once again to the throne of grace, just thanking you for allowing us to be here today. Thank you for this, waking us up this morning, looking around, seeing that our family is okay. We thank you for all that you're our God, and God by yourself. We ask you now to just bless this gathering, bless this meeting, bless each commissioner, bless each citizen in the county of Bullock, bless each citizen in the county and state of Alabama, and bless each citizen in the United States of America. We so careful to you all praise, honor, and glory. It's in your son, Jesus' name I pray.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Read off the agenda, the additions.
Right, consent agenda is as follows. County minutes, May 26, 2026. County expenditures, May 2026. Executive session, funding requests from the Extension Service. County engineer recommendations, Antioch Church Road project. Bullock County Healthcare Authority Board appointment. These items consent agenda.
Gentlemen, can I get a motion to approve the agenda with the additionals?
I make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Allen, second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Larkin, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. County minutes for May 2026. Get a motion to approve.
Chairman, I approve the county minutes for May 12th and May 22nd.
That's a motion by Commissioner Galvin. That's a motion by Commissioner Galvin. We have a second. We have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Larkin, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. County expenditures for May
Chairman, I just have one question before we get there. This Jackie Wright's Automotive, this is the first time I've seen this. Can anyone identify Jackie Wright's Automotive? $1,300.
Jackie Wright.
How much was it?
Jackie Wright's Automotive, $1,364.07. I'm just, who is Jackie Wright's Automotive?
I need to probably check the solid waste department and see, do they have anything done?
Who is Jackie Wright's Automotive? That's the only question I have related to
I
this.
got you. I'll get, yeah. You haven't heard of it? No.
Okay. So give us a little clarification on that one. Okay.
Yeah, Jefferson Street downtown Montgomery. Huh? Yeah. I'm gonna ask solid waste there for the sheriff department. See what's going on. Yeah. I'll get with them on.
All right, we're gonna motion to approve the expenditures, May 26th, 2026. Get a motion to approve the expenditures.
Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the county expenditures for May.
Motion by Commissioner Galvin, we have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Abbott, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Some say executive session
Put
last.
that last.
Yeah. The funding request from the Extension Service.
Motion to
How much
approve.
was it? 11,000?
Six.
No, it's, we'll be requesting 6,000, but the overall budget, which I was saying will be close to 11,000 for the entire program.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
If I'm correct, the motion should be allow Auburn Extension Service to apply for a grant with RCD.
We can't apply for a grant for
Right.
all around, so I'm asking for it to go through you all.
We apply for it.
Yes. I'm gonna send the information to you, it's already written up, but you all will apply with RCD, and then you'll, send that over to the extension in support of the estimate.
I was gonna add a Bullock County at the end though, but.
You gonna make that motion?
This is a funding request from Mid-South. I mean,
It is.
request Mid-South. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
Yes, sir. So moved.
Have a motion. Have a motion by Commissioner Barlow.
Finish it out.
Uh,
I didn't quite get Bullock County at the end.
I second.
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Barlow, second by Commissioner Larkin, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Antioch Church Road project, recommendation, county engineer.
Can I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion that we approve Antioch Church Road out for bid.
That's a motion by Commissioner Larkin.
Second.
By
Second.
Commissioner Adams, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries.
Bullock County Healthcare Authority Board appointment.
Commissioners, that's appointment made by the Commissioner of District 3. Regrettably, we lost Ms. Crawford Rogers, who was a member of that board and served diligently on that board, and she passed away. So now they're asking for an appointment, and today I'm gonna appoint Ms. Tina Beckley Rogers to that board. And I'll give you just a little background so you know who Tina Beckley Rogers is. She's a proud native of Union Springs, Alabama, with more than 30 years of dedicated community service throughout the years. She has devoted countless hours to volunteer work, including food drives, church events, and community outreach programs that support individuals and families in need. She believes in putting safety, fairness, and integrity first in everything she does. As a person who genuinely cares about others, she's always worked to make a positive difference in the lives of those around her. Her commitment to service is guided by compassion, respect, and strong desire to help improve the well-being of her community. She holds a degree in business, which has provided her with valuable knowledge and leadership skills that she has applied throughout her personal and professional life. Beyond her community involvement, she is a loving grandmother to an amazing granddaughter, a loyal friend, and someone who deeply values family, friendship, and service to others. Her life has been centered on helping people, building meaningful relationships, and giving back to the community that has given so much to her. She remains committed to serving others with honesty, dedication, and a heart of making a difference. I think Ms. Ryder's gonna make an excellent appointee to the Bullock County Healthcare Authority. You don't have to vote on it, it's an appointment that's designated for Commissioner of District 3. That's my appointment. I just wanted to share that with you. And Patrick, if you would share that with the Bullock County Healthcare Authority.
Okay.
Along with the statement that I texted you.
Gotcha, okay.
Thank you.
All right. Folks, go into executive session.
Hold on, just,
Yes, sir.
I want an executive session, of course. There's a couple of items that I want to discuss. One being, you know about concerning the lease contract situation with Wayne Sanders. The second would be, as a county attorney, I have learned of a potential legal situation that's going to be involving a quasi-governmental entity that is not us, that is not anything to do potentially with us, other than this could have a big impact on our county, and I think the commission needs to be aware of it. But I don't think it's anything that needs to be discussed because it involves a potential litigation with someone else. But it could have a county impact, and I think the county needs to be aware of it. So I'd like to also discuss that item in executive session. So there's two items. So when y'all are voting whether to go in or not to go in, you can at least know that I do have two items I want to discuss.
What's the estimated time you think it's gonna take to discuss these two items?
It won't take me more than 5-10 minutes. I mean, I don't think it'll be long.
Well, with that being said, Chairman, if I'm in order, I'll make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss the lease contract with Sanders Farms, the Wayne Farms, and they've been under different names, but the lease contract that they have with the county, as well as a legal argument that's come before.
Legal situation.
A legal situation that could have an effect, a legal situation that could adversely affect the county, Bullock County. Those two items is estimated to last about 10-15 minutes.
For that motion by Commissioner Galvin, we do a roll call. Mr. Walker.
I second if we need a second.
You said,
But I don't think we put a time limit on it.
right.
You know, we don't put no time limit. I mean, that's, but yes.
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 Commissioner.